Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem HaKadosh. This all praises to the Lord, cause God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem, and in the name of Yahushai, being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the old full light, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabah in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And I wanted to go into a dream I had, and I've been thinking about it for like the last 2-3 days, bro. And it was cold. It was cold. Basically, it's basically like I was in a prison without, bars, right? All the were doors, and somehow I was getting through all the doors. But around me, it was a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Like, people are still going on in their folly. You had, niggas just only get worried about, having sex with women. I'm rolling through, and then at one point it went from I'm in a room full of nothing but Moab, a room full of nothing but Judah. I'm in a room where people look like, they're starving to death. I'm keep going through the rooms, but then the entire time while I'm going through these, I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, where is she? Where is she? I'm like trying to find this woman. And the entire time I was trying to find her, I'm sitting there like, man, where is she? Where is she? Everybody else is distracted. My mind is focused on finding this one woman. And I'm like, why the fuck am I looking up for a woman? Like, I'm not worried. I'm looking at what these people are doing. I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, man. And I didn't engage in any of the shit, man. And there were like a bunch of fine ass bitches trying to get at me. And I was, bro, move. So I keep going. I go and I finally find her. Petite, beautiful, humble. Only woman that actually act like a woman while I was there. And I grab her, we hug, and I'm like, let's go. And as soon as I grabbed her, out of nowhere, there was a weapon in my hand, right? And it was kind of like a cleaver, right? But as soon as I started walking around, I was holding her in one hand, had the weapon in the other hand, and while I started moving, it's like everybody started taking note of me, right? And they tried to take the woman from me. And I was like, fuck no, right? To one point, somebody grabs a weapon and tries to get me. And I use what's in my hand, and I basically block and cut all at the same time. So I sit here and block, cut, and when I do it, it's like the damn cleaver went through half of the person's body, from their trap to their midsection, right? And it's like a lot more people popped up with weapons trying to do the same thing, trying to strip me away from the woman. And out of nowhere, I look behind the woman. I don't see the woman anymore, but I know she's with me. So I'm moving through it, and out of nowhere, I'm fighting all these people in legit the same fashion. One swing, I'm blocking. You hear the metal from the metal on metal hitting, and out of nowhere, I'm like, bro, I'm cutting these people down. But I feel their weapons going against my arm as I'm going through. And it sounds like my arm is just straight up made out of metal while I'm doing it. And I was super, super surprised while it was happening. And I was like, man, it's like my skin's metal. So while I was moving through them, I feel like the metal's like, I feel like the weapons are going against my arm as I'm cutting them. But I look at my arm and there's no damage, right? I'm legit just chopping through people. And I'm moving around, and I know I got the woman with me. And all I can think is, all I start, in the dream, I start praising the water Yabashim Yashai, the water Yabashim Yashai. Because I was like, nothing could touch me. And I dwelled on it. I was like, man, that woman, because the fact that she was there, I could see her. We embraced, and as soon as I embraced her, all hell broke loose. And then a fight came, and people were hitting me, but no hurt came to me. And I was like, man, what was that meaning? And the Lord gave it to me last night. He was like, hey, that woman was wisdom. And the dream was so cold because of that. Because I was like, man, as soon as I wasn't worried about anything that was going on. Everybody else was doing their own bullshit. And it's like they weren't sitting there seeking the Lord, but I was trying to seek the Lord. I was trying to seek that wisdom so I can keep going. And as soon as I got her, nothing could touch me. So, I got a few precepts, and Lord willing, this edify me, because at the end of the day, let me start off with this one. All right, let's go to this one. So this is Isaiah 33:6. It says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So the wisdom and the knowledge are going to be the stability of our time, right? The fear of the Most High is going to be our treasure, because within that, if I would have went off, and dwelt and started fucking with the women that were there, and started bullshitting with these people over here and these people over there, I would have been drawn away from that woman. But man, my mind was laser focused on finding that woman. Okay, so let's go through some of these precepts. And this is Wisdom of Solomon 6:12. It says, wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yeah, she is easily seen of them that love her. And the cold part about it is within the dream, it's like the woman was like, she was in plain sight, but nobody else took knowledge of her until I had her, right? So it says, she's easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. To think there upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall be quickly without care. Right? And that's basically how it was. It was cold, man. I was as soon as that wisdom came into me, man, I didn't give a fuck. I was ready for anything. I was ready for anything, man. And I had the fear to look for that wisdom. Okay? So this was on Solomon 7:7. It says, let me go to it in my sword. So Wisdom of Solomon 7:7. And it says, wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given me. I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters and thrones, and esteemed her riches, nothing in comparison of her, right? And esteemed riches, nothing in comparison of her, right? I'm going to jump down to verse 21. It says, in all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know. It says, for wisdom, which is the work of all things, taught me. Right? And it's crazy because, like the scriptures say, blessed is the Lord that teacheth my hands to war. The quickness of which I was moving with that weapon in my hand, like going from person to person, and bobbing and weaving through the doors, moving through the entire place to get out, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. Like I said, the woman started off, and I was able to see her behind me, but then at some point, when I looked behind me, I couldn't see her, but I knew she was still with me. And I kept going. It was like I was getting directed. It was cold, bro. It says, for in her is an understanding spirit, holy, one only, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt. And that was a cool thing, man, because as soon as I had that wisdom, I wasn't subject to hurt. Nothing that these people around me were trying to fight against me. They couldn't do anything to hurt me. It says loving the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good, kind to man, manifest, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirit. You see? And that's what it was like, man. It is in these times when all hell kicks off, having that wisdom, it's gonna be the best thing for us, man. Having this wisdom that we had now, man, we're gonna be shown the beauty of having this wisdom, because in this world, we get shown examples of how beautiful it is to have it. We get into certain, struggles and turmoils, but really, in the time to come, when all hell's breaking loose, and people are going through their stuff, and troubles on every side, that's when wisdom is going to really show full power that the Lord is dealing with us, right? So this is Wisdom of Solomon 10. And I'll start at 7. It says, of whose wickedness, even to this day, the wasteland that smoketh is a testimony, talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And plants bearing fruit that never come to their ripeness. Instead, it says, and a standing pillar of salt is a monument of an unbelieving soul. For regarding not wisdom, they got not only this hurt, that they knew not these things, the things which were good, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness, right? And so all the people in that room, all those people in those multiple rooms, man, right? They weren't looking for wisdom. They weren't looking for the fear of the Lord. They weren't seeking it at all. I was, right? The Lord had me looking for wisdom the entire time, man. And when I got it, the battle began, right? It says, but also left behind them to the world a memorial of their foolishness, so that in the things wherein they offered, wherein they offended, they could not so much as be hid. But wisdom delivered from pain those that attended upon her, man. And that was cool, because man, I was getting worried when I was looking, and I heard my arms when the blades started slipping past my arm while I was fighting with them. And I was like, man, I'm chopping them down, but man, I can't be getting cut up like this. I can't let them hit me. And I looked down at my arm, nothing's going, no cuts. Somebody hits it again, it sounds like straight steel on steel. So it said right here, it says in verse 9, it says, and wisdom delivered from pain those that attended upon her. Hey, that's what the Lord's gonna do, man. We gonna keep, following the Heavenly Father as much as we can. But at the end of the day, man, you keep following the Lord in His wisdom. We're gonna be delivered from pain, and pain is coming. Right? Scriptures tell you that the people shall dwell in torments. Right? So Lord willing, this is Adam Father. I'm gonna say, call Allah Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Crocodile Shalom.